Who is Jesus for the progressive movement? I think it's important to understand that we don't try and tell people what Jesus they ought to believe in, although there are many Jesuses as we look at the wide spectrum of Christian beliefs. I can share probably what most of the people in our part of the progressive movement believe in Jesus. Certainly it would be my own explanation, and that is that Jesus was a human being born 2,000 years ago in some village in Galilee. He was a fully human person who had a fully divine experience or series of experiences. How he got there is open for question. My belief is that he was a serious spiritual teacher that began to teach after he had had many of his own experiences of the divine, many of his own experiences of the godness or godliness, his own experiences that actually changed the way he saw the world, the way he saw reality, and began to realize that there were no enemies, that there were no strangers, that there were no people that were different than him in terms of the fact that all of us have that godness or that divine within us. And so he gave us lessons of how to move toward such an understanding of reality. I believe he called that being awake. He uses that a lot, but it requires us to make dramatic changes. For most of us, at least. I do believe some people may be born that way. For most of us, we begin to move toward seeing others as something similar to us, searching for the divine in each of us. And when we find the divine in the other, it's probably the easiest way to find the divine in us. So Jesus was a teacher who taught us how to move toward something very special, to be awake, and to find heaven here on earth. To find the kingdom, he may have called it, but certainly to have an experience of the oneness of life, where all duality disappears, where all boundaries and divisions, where all tribes disappear, and we begin to operate in a very different way in our lives.